Sure, anywhere you want. You can go in the garden.
Hi guys, I'm Paul Pluta, and today I'm doing paid reviews for the fans. Paid reviews. This is paid review 20J44. Very quickly, wristwatch check. What am I wearing? I'm wearing a Patek Philippe 5296 with a Aaron bespoke strap fitted to my Patek Philippe. Absolutely love this strap. Absolutely love it. Guys, I'm doing a paid review. This here is for James. And James says, "Hi Paul, I'm a big fan of your videos. You're a funny man. What are your thoughts on the 2006 Heuer Monza watch? I bought one to go with my 3 Rolexes. I know you're not a big fan of Heuer, but I wanted something sporty and race inspired. Let me know your thoughts with story." Okay. So this is an interesting development here. What do I think of the Heuer Monza? So the Monza itself there, this is part of the fabulous Tag Heuer reissue. And I've got to be completely honest with you there. In the past, I have kind of criticized Heuer. I found them a little bit cheesy, a little bit on the just a little bit to shit me off at times. Some of the Heuers, it's just a bit, it just irritates the shit out of me. But I came to the Heuers with my favorite Heuer, which was the Monaco. And I got to be honest with you, it's an interesting thing. The Monaco was start of the Heuer heritage line. Now the Monza, I've got to be totally honest with you there. The Monza itself, it celebrated its 40th anniversary, and this was it came out. The original came out in 1975. Born to celebrate Ferrari's Formula One win in 1975, this distinctive PVD black racing chronograph debuted in 1976. I got to be honest with you there. The design of it, I've got a greater fondness for it there. PVD, that's the black coated steel there. I had never really been a big fan of it because it peels off, it chips off. It's kind of a bit of a nasty bugger there. The Monza itself is a 42mm chronograph, and it's what they've actually done with this watch is they're using the caliber 17 movement, which is unlike the original, and therefore the crown and pushers are on the same side of the case. The original used it had the crown was on the left-hand side, very much like the Monacos, using that same caliber 11 type movement there. It's I gotta be honest with you, the Monza is a great historic watch there. Great historic watch. The thing is, Tag Heuer has had a huge history of making chronographs, stopwatches, huge racing. This isn't something that's just created out of nothing. This is a serious, it's a serious historical racing history. So that's a very interesting. Now the caliber 17 is basically an ETA 2894, and it basically, it's a 4 hertz. It's a 37 joule movement, about 38 hours of power reserve there, and it's a nice stock kind of a watch there. When they came out originally, they were about just a bit over $5,000 US. And I got to tell you, I think for a racing inspired chronograph, you could do a hell of a lot worse than the Monza. the Monza has got certain DNA to it that I quite like. I think the Monza, from a historical perspective, it's got a lot going for it. I mean, if you are a motoring sport, I mean, what man is not a motoring sport lover? All watch people, we love our motoring sports. We do. We love motoring sports because the reason is we're all car nuts. We're car nuts. And I got to be honest with you, the Monza, sexy, stealthy, and it's got that PVD black there. I mean, how cooler can you get than that there? It's a really fancy wancy. Okay, it doesn't have, you know, like it's kind of it's a genuine reissue, you know what I'm saying there. I think they've kind of, I must tell you, the racing strap with this perforated holes in it, absolutely just gives it a right. If you're a vintage Heuer person, you'll love the Monza. And it's in a modern size. This is the problem. A lot of the vintage watches were a wee bit small, but I think the Monza is a pretty damn good watch. I honestly think picking them up on the used market is probably your best way to come across them. Look, they are interesting. They issued them as a limited editions, like a lot of them. Yeah, you get skeptical. Look, the Monza itself there, if you are somebody who loves the styling and the cues from it, go for it. Definitely go for it. I kind of still prefer the Monaco. I prefer the Monaco. I kind of think, you know, from that 70s period there, the Tudor Monte Carlo, that's a classic. The Monaco. I don't particularly like PVD type watches. That's that black, that black coating. I kind of pisses me off. I want something with longevity. I like to, you know, have something that I can wear, and, you know, I'm not rough on my pieces, but in case it's dinged, it's not going to stand out like the proverbial dog's balls. You know what I'm saying? So the Monza itself, it is a good watch. It's a quality watch. It's a really good wrist watch. It's really good. Really good. It's, if you're into those kind of reissues, I mean, there are so many fantastic watches. I don't hate it. I think it's got a long history of being in the Heuer brand name. This is way before the tag element came in there. So I think, you know, if you were a chronograph nut, it could be a nice piece to add to your collection. So I wouldn't have a problem adding one if you are a chronograph person. It's also going to appeal, like, I kind of think, you know, tag Heuer is kind of, when you go into wristwatch collecting, you know, these watches are damn expensive. You want some little bit cheaper, and I think, you know, I think in many ways there you're going to save money. It's kind of an affordable luxury watch. Does that make sense to you? I think in many ways they are kind of you know, they are a cool sort of piece there. On the secondary market there, you're looking at a Tag Heuer Heritage Caliber 17 Monza Black PVD. They're pulling pretty reasonably high prices. They aren't super cheap. They're having a look on Chrono 24. There ain't no super cheap bargains there. They're holding quite well. The Monza series itself there, they have quite a number of pieces there. Some of the other Monzas have kind of tanked a bit there, but in all honesty, the reissue, the Tag Heuer Monza, the reissue, the Caliber 17, look, they seem to be holding quite strong, and you can see why. It's got that very distinctive red, the red hands there, and it's got a lot of street cred appeal to it there. Look, I think if you are a chronograph collector, it's not a terrible piece. I mean, I would like to see, if you were building a chronograph collection, I would like to see you add, what would I add? Chronographs? Well, I would love to add a Zenith El Primero. Zenith El Primero Open Heart, that would be a great, or even the reissue, the 1969. I think that's, you're kind of looking at the same money, and I've got to be totally honest with you. I would probably, considering the historical significance of the El Primero movement, where it was one of the first integrated chronographs, automatic chronographs, I'd kind of prefer that. The Zenith, I think the Zenith may be a better way to go. The other thing is, at that price point, we're also talking Omega Speedmaster money. There's a number of Omega's Speedmasters which really would be quite cool. If we want a 70s flavor, I've got to be totally honest with you. I would probably say the Omega Speedmaster Mark II would be, that's the reissue. It's a reissue. See, the original Mark II was that very funky 70s type piece. It used an 861 movement. Now, what they did, the 861 movement, that was when Omega wanted to cheapen. The Speedmaster originally came with the 321, which was a column wheel chronograph. So Omega then had the 861, which was a cams chronograph. And presto, when they've reissued the Speedmaster Mark II, guess what? They put a column wheel chronograph. I mean, it's a column wheel chronograph. I'd probably be inclined, if I want 70s retro chic, I would probably go for the Omega Speedmaster Mark II reissue. I think that is more 70s chic for me. I kind of prefer that. I prefer that as my 70s chic. That's what I would kind of prefer. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you honestly, I would prefer my 70s chic as the Speedmaster Mark II. Also, you know, we're talking about money. We could very easily, if we wanted to be an absolute snob, jump on the Breguet Type 20 bandwagon. I mean, that is a Breguet, which is considerably more prestigious than any Heuer. So I think the Monza the heritage, it appeals to a motorsport person who loves the Heuer presence. Personally, I think if you're more of a watch collector, I reckon for that money on the pre-owned market, I'd be going Omega Speedmaster Mark II. That's what I would do. Does that mean the Monza sucks and the Monza's garbage? No, I didn't say that. I didn't say the Monza's a shitter. It's definitely not a shitter. It's a historically significant chronograph. I suppose I like my historically significant chronographs probably for a fraction of that money they're going for. I'd be going Monte Carlo Tudor, and if I really wanted bang per buck to hit the ball out of the park, son, I would be going for a Speedmaster Mark II reissue. I'm sorry, but this is the way I feel, James. I don't think it's a terrible watch. If you really love it, I mean, you know, there are some really classic Heuers. If you've got the Monaco, if you're a Heuer nut, I get it. I'd kind of prefer the Monaco, the Steve McQueen collection, you know, connection, the Silverstone, the Carreras, they're very cool as well. The Monza, yeah, it's a part of motoring history, So I'm just presenting the facts, James. I'm not trying to have a go at you. I'm just telling you the facts. You decide which way you want to go there. I'm perfectly happy either way. I'm happy to swing either way there. So, guys, that's the Pontiff's opinion. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Please tell your friends. I want you to tell your friends, because the Googles, they don't rate me high because I swear and carry on. I don't get the good things. So, guys, help me out. Help me out, please. Help me out. And, guys, I would really appreciate some support. like, subscribe, tell your friends, and don't forget to get a paid review. I am dying at the moment. I'm dying. The YouTube is killing me. Coronavirus is affecting the world. It's just turned nasty, guys. Like, subscribe, get a paid review, $50 US. Details in the description below. Sponsor me on Patreon. Guys, I love you. I love you long time. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. I want to promote KK Design, which is a San Diego-based interior designer who specializes in full-service residential and boutique-style commercial spaces from start to finish. Reach her and check out her work at www.katek.design. Kate K all the way. I want to introduce a new company. This is Fame City Property Solutions. That's correct. They're located in Northeast Ohio. And Fame City Property Solutions replaces non-efficient lights with energy-saving LED lighting. Now, I got to tell you, the guys at Fame City, they will install energy-saving LED lights at office buildings, commercial warehouses, home improvement stores, grocery stores, schools, parking lots, and other residential homes. Now, you can email these guys at famecitypropertysolutions@gmail.com. That's all one word there. famecitypropertysolutions@gmail.com.